get this meeting started. Thank you for being here. Janice here, John and I are here. I'm not sure if Marissa will be here tonight or not, but I'll call the meeting to order. First thing, I don't believe the October minutes got sent out. I apologize about that. They did get sent to Tammy, so they were presented at the board meeting last Thursday by Tia. So thank you, Tia, for doing that last Thursday. But for November, we will need somebody to present those minutes. Janet will be out of town that month, or this month. So me or John will do that, or Marissa, if she's up to it. But we can decide that through an email. And then from there, I'll start the sign up Jeannie. Then we can sign Janet up for December, and then January, February, and so on. And then any questions about that? So we'll move on to member input, and we don't have any guests tonight. So we'll move on to the coat drive discussion. We were supposed to be doing the mission of the community involvement discussion first, but Tom would like us to discuss the coat drive first. So with that, I'll open any questions or concerns about the coat drive. Technically, our coat drive ended this past Sunday, but I did advertise on Facebook today. If anybody would still like to donate coats, they can reach out to me. And Lynn Atkins put in a little snippet yesterday of me at Allen's last Friday. So I thank the Weekly Vista for putting that in there and advertising it for us. We do have the coat store on the 15th and the 16th, which is next Saturday and Sunday, and we'll still need volunteers for that. And then I believe we still need to figure out the racks for the coat store.
I believe that's on the 16th and 17th.
Did I say the 15th and 16th?
Yes.
16th and 17th. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For some reason, I'm getting those. I think I've said that before. I'm not sure why I get those days mixed up. But yes, Saturday the 16th and Sunday the 17th is the coat store. Thank you, Kathy.
You're welcome.
And then getting the word out to the community about the coat store. So I know the POA has advertised on their Facebook page and through an email blast about the coat store. Do we know anything about or more about the coat racks?
Yeah, I spoke with Leslie Terry yesterday about it, and she'll have that area all set, ready to go. She's already got a rack back there. She's got some hangers. I brought about 100 hangers from home, so from a hanger point of view, we should be good. Also, I don't know if everybody's aware of this, but one of our long-term residents, Jake Grasmick, represents a group, and they have donated $2,000. And so Tammy, and I think Jason was with you yesterday, or was it just you?
No, he helped me select them.
They were. Tammy went to Academy of Sports, was able to negotiate an additional discount, and in her office, she's got tons and tons of coats, hats, mittens, scarves, the whole thing. They're all brand new. One of the things that Jake really wanted to make sure is that we get some name brands. So I saw Columbia in there and so forth. So really nice things, brand new. They got hangers and everything. So so we'll be ready to go for the event.
Awesome. Thank you for pointing that out, Tom. That was a very generous donation by Jake, and that's awesome for the community. It adds even more to the ones that we've gotten.
And then you guys, John, you guys collected a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
at the house.
the Skeleton House of Bella Vista actually brought in about 110 to 120 jackets.
That's awesome.
Just in the donations for people from all over Northwest Arkansas, apparently.
Well, I thought I saw Tia come in with a new jacket on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she did, but that was from Sunday night when we got to go to a haunted house.
And I believe we got to help out the family in Centerton. Is that right, Tia?
Yes.
Okay. There was a family that lost, I believe it was a father or father-in-law into a fire on Sunday night. So we were able to give them some coats.
Very
Yeah,
good.
it was the whole family, and then I believe it was the grandfather
Yeah.
that was.
And I know that's not Bella Vista, but it is the Northwest Arkansas community, so that's great. Thank you for Tia for setting that up.
I think the one thing we might want to do is consider scheduling a day, scheduling a meeting at the store, maybe a few days before the store opens, so that we can make sure that we're, organized and ready to go and so forth. I also think we're going to have to set up some signage out front to direct people, where you go, because it's, if you haven't been here,
Yeah.
you don't necessarily know where the old pro shop is at the country club. So we'll have to do some signage. But I think the thing that we want to do is look at our calendars and set up a meeting so that we can. That's just a suggestion.
Okay.
Because I just want to make sure we're organized and ready to go. I don't think it's going to take too long. But then again, last year it took us a while, and getting everything on the hangers and so
Yeah.
forth and sorted. If we wanted to do it, the night before.
Oh, like on that Friday, the 15th?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at. That's what I was going to propose if one of us, like for a day sometime this week, so that we could get organized.
If we did the 15th, then we can provide pizza and just get through
Okay.
it, and maybe within an hour or so we can get through it all and set up maybe sections, large, medium, small, and so forth, and that way people can go. The challenge is we have no idea how many people are going to come to the store.
Right.
We could be there and get like nobody, or we could get just overwhelmed. We have no history to go off of, so I would rather be prepared for being overwhelmed.
Yep.
But I think we just need to be ready.
Okay. Janet, what does that day look for?
That's
like
fine.
you?
Are we talking?
I'm good.
What time are we talking?
4 o'clock, 4:30. Not too late.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Because
I'll roll in at probably about 5:30 on Friday.
Friday?
So we want
Yeah.
5?
5 is fine too.
Let's go 5.
5 o'clock.
And whenever you get there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you for that recommendation, Tom.
So we're not going in there tonight then, right?
Correct.
Okay,
We're not going
I had them leave me the key. I've
Oh.
collected all the boxes and the coats all week long, taking them to the store.
What's
I-
your best guess compared to last year? Same number of jackets, more or less?
I feel like, well, until I see what you brought and then the others, it'll probably end up being close
Similar.
to the same.
Close to last year?
Yeah. So because I collected probably almost 100 coats even before the coat drive started, I still have those, and I went to pick up more on Friday at Allen's, and then
I picked up the Allen's box
Okay.
today, and I picked up the Arvis box, and I picked up from all of the recreation and the golf shops
okay.
boxes, but Jay went and picked up the Cooper Elementary box for me today, but I had been picking up some from Arvest at the Highlands, but I don't have the box from them. Did anyone else? Because that's the only box that I didn't.
I think Marissa was going to pick up Arvist. I thought.
I don't know.
Pick up the box or just the coats?
Oh, just the coats,
Okay.
Okay.
I guess.
So which Arvis was that? Kathy?
The Arvest at Highlands Gates.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember if she was doing the Highlands or the Arvist down there. Or
Send me, I go by that every day, so send me an email if you need me to stop by and pick it up.
So do you have the key right now to the pro shop?
It's in the pro shop right now.
Okay, because I'd like to I brought all my stuff. I'd like to.
I have to turn the key in tomorrow, so they just wanted me to make sure I locked it up tonight. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just need to unload what I've got. I brought it up here since I was coming up tonight.
Okay.
So I take that back, Kathy. We will go in there.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, but it'll be quick. We're not going to be sorting them or anything. Just putting them in there.
Okay. Good.
We appreciate that, Kathy.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for. I know you're a huge help of getting the bins there
Absolutely.
to the locations also. So thank you for doing that and picking them up.
You're welcome.
So volunteers for the coat store, I would recommend that we just reach out to friends or members of the community to help us out if need be. I can advertise on Facebook and just ask if anybody wants to help. I bet there's several that would be able to and want to.
I can do the 17th.
17th?
I can't do the 16th.
Okay.
I was going to have Tammy send out a schedule and just make sure we don't have 5 people one day and 1 person the next day
Oh, yeah.
type thing.
That works.
So I can do either
Okay.
or both.
And my wife has volunteered also.
Okay.
I
For
realized
both
when I
days?
said either or.
I think just one.
Okay.
One day. But she can flex that depending upon what the schedule looks like.
Okay.
Question for you. Okay.
Yes.
Do we want to have any limitation? I mean, okay, so let's say someone comes in and they grab 3 coats or 4 coats or 5 coats. I don't know. Do we want to limit it where it's just 1 per person, 2 per person, or do we just want to say whatever your need is? And I'm just throwing that out.
I think just whatever the need is, we think we'll just trust the family or the single individual to grab the amount of coats that they
Fair
really
enough.
do need.
I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page because,
Yep.
if they grab 5, are we going to have a problem with that?
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, if they're coming to get coats, then they're probably obviously in need.
Just want to make sure we're on
Yeah,
the same page.
Definitely. John, you good with that?
Oh yeah, no,
Line?
I agree. I think the honor system needs to be in place at that point.
Right.
Thoughts, Janet?
Definitely.
Okay. Good to go. Okay. Awesome. So just, if anybody wants to volunteer, send me their names, and then we'll get, I'll send that to Tammy also, and then I'll look at the schedule that Tammy has put together, and then we'll go from there. I'm really excited for it. And then just keep getting the word out to your friends and neighbors. That would be great, because Facebook is a powerful tool to advertise. Any more discussion on the coat drive? I have a good feeling it went well again. And then next month we'll be able to discuss it. We'll be able to discuss how the coat store went and know more information how the coat drive went. But I have a good feeling about it.
I agree.
Any more questions on that? Awesome. Then with that, we'll go on to the continued discussion of the mission of our committee. So last month, there were some ideas thrown around, and Janet has put together a piece of paper with 4 bullet points of what she thinks would be good for the committee. So Janet, did you want to expand on that?
Sure. Most of it was simply trying to state what we're currently doing, but with maybe a more specific focus. What I heard the group talking about was getting more people involved in volunteering for the POA, and that probably we might work on outreach to do that. Saying this is a mission statement, and then perhaps maybe we can look at some goals for each year about how to do that. The second thing, obviously, the second line is talking about community events, really addresses what we're currently doing with Fireflies and the coat drive, but we might explore some other events paired with either some of the other committees of the POA in particular, as well as, I don't know, that's something we might want to consider, also partnering with churches, civic organizations, that kind of thing for whatever. The third line is really, I did some homework around how do people find out if they're in need of something, in distress or whatever. How do they know where to go? And there really isn't a central registry or directory. I called the city, and they don't have anything. The thing that came the closest, of course, is the county's Department of Human Services, and they have a loaded web page of all sorts of things. But it seemed to me that one of our, if we're attempting to engage the community, serve the community, especially a lot of the people that wouldn't necessarily interact with the POA through, like, most of our amenities. I mean, there's a whole host of people, seniors as well as, part of the new demographic. And I really think this kind of takes off from the coat drive. The coat drive is the same, what do I want to say? It has the same intention, service commitment, in a sense, to the community, as do some of the public organizations we have. There's a lot of, whether it's recovery community, whether it's, I don't know, church missions. It seemed to me like it might behoove us to look at either developing, and the gal I talked to was the head of communications for the city.
Cassie?
Yeah, and she said that she thought they might be interested in partnering with us because they serve the whole of Bella Vista, the however many percent it is that don't live in POA territory. So that was the third one. And then the last one was, I think, looking at, and I was listening to Marissa in particular, but what are the barriers to actual engagement? Maybe language. How much do we have that needs to be put in Spanish, for example? Information services. What are the identifying just those obstacles so that we can move on? So I don't know. That was my 2 cents worth.
Oh, it was great.
Very good thoughts, Janet. I appreciate you writing this up and doing your homework by calling the city. I think that's great. And I think the one I like the most is serving the individuals and families through identifying, maintaining, and publicizing community resource information related to social, mental health, and emergency needs in partnership with public, private, and governmental organizations. Because that is a big piece of trying to find out where you go to get help if you need it. Because that's what we've talked about before. If you need help with your property, You know, you might be disabled or hurt at the moment, or when we have a big storm that you can't get out of your house and you just need help, who do you call? And John has mentioned that before, and I've mentioned the Positively Bella Vista group.
Yes.
They do a lot with that, and there was a great story recently with that group. They teamed up with a heat and air company, and they were able to give this family a free installation or redo of their heat and air system, and that's great. And I think I could see us as a committee heading that kind of thing also.
Do you think that maybe talking to one of the administrators and maybe trying to partner with them, because I think they've got a pretty decent foothold, and
Yeah.
if that's the route we want to try to help pursue, or just help with the community just on our own time anyway. I think that, and I was going to bring that up, Positively Bella Vista. I think it would be a good partnership, and see if they would be interested in something like that.
Yeah, I know Tim pretty well, and Chris pretty well also. And they just do a lot of good for the community, and we can help with that. Thank you again, Janet, for those ideas. And do you have any thoughts?
Honestly, I think this is well worded.
Okay.
I think it's pretty spot on.
And then possibly next month when Marissa is back, we can put together something and then finalize something by the first of the year.
I just threw in a new name. I don't know what you think about the new name. I couldn't think of anything catchy. It's Community Engagement Committee.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe somebody can think of something sexy.
Yeah.
A cool acronym, like do it.
Yeah. Let's do it. Awesome.
Trying to find the catchphrase.
Yeah. Any other comments? Awesome. All right, well, we'll come back. We'll definitely save this and come back next month in December, and then get Marissa's thoughts, and then we'll hopefully have something finalized by the first of the month in 2020.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we've had this discussion, because we haven't had a mission statement. Well, we have, but just redoing it. And Tammy did send me something through email. It's something about the bylaws that the POA has about the mission statement, I believe. And I can send that through email to you guys, so we have a better understanding. Do you know what I'm talking about, Tom?
I didn't get the email.
Okay. But yeah, I'll send it out and see what you guys think about that too. If anybody doesn't have any more questions or concerns about that, we'll go to open discussion. I don't have anything tonight, but just thank you for the well done coat drive again, and I'm looking forward to the coat store.
And where are you guys parked? Because
I'm parked down the way. I'll drive it down.
I'm parked just on the row right next to get into the pro shop.
in the pro shop. You want to meet there in just a couple minutes? We'll help
Yeah.
people move everything over.
That
That'd
works.
be awesome.
Fantastic.
And I want to say too, if anybody is listening or watching right now, we do welcome new committee members to this committee. We currently have 4, but I would like to expand to at least 6 or 7. And it's an opportunity to help out in the community and volunteer. It's 1 meeting a month. So if anybody has any members on their mind that would like to join a committee, let them know and have them apply, so we can get them in here and look over their application, and then have the board finalize them, and then they can officially join. And other than that, the announcements. So November 14th is next Thursday, is the budget presentations at 6 p.m. And Tom, is that at Reardon Hall? Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes, it is
That-
correct.
What's that?
Yes, that is
Oh,
correct.
it's booked already, Kathy?
Yes.
In her turf, it's all,
What
yeah.
time, I'm sorry?
6 p.m.
6. The world happens at 6, of course.
Yep. November 19th, that will be the election results at 6 p.m. at Reardon Hall. November 21st, this is a date to remember because it's the third Thursday of the month and not the fourth Thursday. The POA has moved it up to the third Thursday because of Thanksgiving Day on the 28th. So November 21st, POA board meeting, 6 p.m. here in the Country Club. Our next community involvement meeting would be December 5th at 6 p.m. at the Country Club. And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you, guys.